for a bust now. Will he be able to take on the Terran Wall? I mean, if Sweet fails in this, it's gonna be, oh, he's so behind. The tanks are just gonna take down these roaches. Sweet is just banging his head against the concrete wall right now because he needs to get higher tech units, and it might be just a better idea to just get a third base.
Wow. Did you see that medvac? That medvac actually picked up the SCV at the tower. Jix moved the Marine to take its spot, and now this SCV is making a bunker on the top of here and will be making a missile turret. So it will deny any form of muta sight, any form of overlord sight, and this tank is going to take out this hatchery once it's done killing drones.
I would say Sweet is actually very behind in the game now. He is just, like I said, he's just trying to bust down that Terran wall, but if he's not able to do so, remember, Banelings are actually very expensive. They cost the same as a roach because it's
almost
50.
Yeah.
It's 50 minerals from
25 gas.
And it's 25. So you can get, I mean, a roach out of 75 and 25. So he has actually sacrificed about 25 Banelings, and he is still not able to break down that Terran wall. And I would say with these tanks on the cliffs trying to just hack down the natural expansion, I mean, Sweet is just not in any firm position to just win the game. He does have another expansion though on the 3 o'clock position, but
it is gonna get
it's gonna get Jix being an absolute.
Jix actually doesn't even see it. But look at the rally point.
Yeah.
It is already there. So Jix in his head, he's like, okay, I'm gonna check for expansions, and I don't know. Is he like
this is just fantastic play there by Jix. He knows that if the Zerg sticks to one base, he will not be able to support his economy. So he just scouted the right places. I mean, he just used the dropship and scout, and that is just so good play by the Terran. I just can't emphasize that enough.
Jix knows in his head, okay, look, I've denied this expansion with this tank. This is not gonna come up anytime soon. So the Zerg has to have some kind of other kind. And look at that play. He's like, okay, in my head, the Zerg is going to want to come and take this. Oh, but Mutalisk is going to deny this, and these Marauders are going to most likely try to stim and just try to take out some critical tech building. They are going to go for the Spire. The Spire finally comes up, and these Mutalisks are going to will be able to deny it, but not before the Spire comes out. And wow, what a hit. That is such good play by Jix. Yeah, it does cost 500 minerals, 200 gas to make a medvac and 4 Marauders, but if you snipe a key tech building, now Sweet's not going to be able to make any mutas.
But he does have 4 mutas on the field. He might have a hidden spire on the... He has some hidden... He actually made 2 spires. So, oh my god, this is so epic. I mean, who can...
He needs sight, and there goes the tank. But look at this defense. Jix is like, that was such a good exchange. He, just to deny that tank, because Sweet really needs his hatchery. Just to deny that tank, Sweet threw away 5 roaches and I think 3 mutas to kill 1 tank because of these missile turrets and this bunker. And he even has his SCV to repair.
Right now, I mean, Sweet is my opinion, Sweet is just being GG. I mean, look at the Terran. He has his expansion. Looking at the income tab, we do see that the Terran is way ahead in terms
1,500 minerals over 850.
So, I mean, we could see a last gaps attack by Sweet into the Terran wall again, but if it fails, we might just see a GG right here. And there is a dropship. There are 8 Marines. The Marines are just gonna stim and take out that expansion again. So, oh my god, what a good play there by Jix. Again, he just sees that he needs to...
Look at the positioning. There was actually only 1 drone able to attack because the Marines were all here. And these Marines are going to take out the Spine Collet, and this Queen is trying frantically to kill this medvac, and he is going to force Sweet away from his own expansion. But what a play, what a play.
This is lights out for Sweet. I mean, the only mistake he made in this game was actually to just keep knocking himself onto the front door of the Terran base, not being able to bust down that wall. And in turn, he really lost a lot of minerals and gas in terms of income. But I mean, I don't see any way now. Sweet, I mean, what can he do? He's just being drop shipped everywhere, and the only thing that he can do now is just sit back and relax while being ended by the Terran, I guess.
And he's like, okay, 1 tank doesn't work, I'll drop 2 tanks. And wow, like what can Sweet do? Like look at Jix, look at his positioning. It's like, okay, I have double row of buildings here. Okay, I'll have a 3rd row of buildings here. I'll have a 4th row of buildings here covered by tanks.
And this is the last year's attack by Sweet. Will he? No, he's not gonna be able to break down that Terran wall there. And that's the GD there by Sweet. I mean, this game is just a classic example of how as a Zerg player, you don't really want to macro so hard against a Terran at the start of the game, but as the game goes on, you need to get that macro up. You need to be able to get more units than the Terran, and then with that exploit of the mobility of the Zerg force, you are then able to just exploit the map control of being a Zerg, and you are able to just run mutalisks all over the field, containing the Terran in his base, and expand at will. What do you think?
Oh, like I have to agree with you. Like if you do see that the moment Sweet basically saw these double bunkers and he tried his push, he knows that the Terran is not going to basically expand. He's on a very defensive mind because you must remember Jix lost to constant pressure. So Sweet played the exact same game. Jix adapted, and he was completely defensive. The only offense that he had was 4 Marines and a tank, or 4 Marauders here, or these later 8 Marines. It's very, very little offensive pressure. But because of the precision of Jix strikes, taking out this Spire, taking out this hatchery, taking out this natural hatchery, he basically starved Sweet out. And Sweet was empty in the main, completely empty. This hatchery is denied. This hatchery will get denied. And Sweet went all in. He had very little forces, and basically Jix forced the GG out of Sweet.
Basically, because I feel that if I'm Sweet, if I'm going for a 15 hatchery 42, I will be playing a very macro intensive game. I will be macroing hard, but at the same time, I'll be on the defensive. But it's a little blunder there from Sweet, because he tried to play the same way as the first game. There's no doubt, but looking at the build order, he might not be able to get units as fast as the first game, because remember, for the first game he went for 21 hatch instead. So
yeah,
the early deny there by Jix on the early hatchery was fantastic, but it's just lights out when the tank was dropped there on the high ground. He was able to exploit that high ground so efficiently with his tanks, and he's able to just stop mining at the natural, and he knows that he forces Sweet to keep on one base, and Sweet was never in his mind he's never going to stick to one base. So he's going to expand, and Jix actually knows that he's going to expand in another place. So he sends the dropship, set waypoints all to the mineral lines, and just make sure that he's not having an expansion. And even if he's having an expansion, he's just going to take out.
He's just going to drop in the main base anyway.
Yes,
so why not check?
He's just exploiting the mobility of the drop so well this game. I just can't emphasize enough that as a Terran, you always want to constantly exert pressure on the Zerg, not letting the Zerg play a macro up. So
alright, but enough of us talking. I do have Jix and Sweet for the post-game interview once again, so let's hear what their thoughts are. Handing it over to you. This is HD Phoenix once again with Jix and Sweet. Sweet, that was a very Terran favorite map, and you lasted such a long time. What do you have to say about that matchup?
He played very well because I expanded without any spawn pool, and he target push me. There's nothing I can do with that. I tried to steal a hatchery and spawn but it's not successful. I think it's over about then. I just want to try to see any luck.
Yeah, that was actually very good performance. You held off against a very difficult harass, and then you tried to expand. If you could replay that game one more time, what do you think you would have done different?
Maybe I will not go any expansion. I will go for one and try to without this harass and find out a chance to expand.
Alright.
Still game.
Yeah. Okay. And Jix, when you saw that early hatchery in your base, what was the first thought that went through your mind?
I was like, what the hell is that?
You pulled like every single SCV to go and tiong the hatchery.
It's so scary because it's almost done. See, if it's done, manage to get a queen, get some drones, and build some spy crawlers, I'm screwed. It's like, yeah, it's very, very dangerous. But I think it's a very, very good play by him, by Sweet, that he managed to stick that in hatchery in my base, even though I found it. Yeah, the map is a bit Terran favorite, so I can get away like tanks drop on the cliff and deny his expansion. And he went for a fast expansion, so I have to put my pressure on it before his first wave of attack, like very strong.
Actually, Sweet went for quite an early counter attack after the bunker rush, and he almost broke you. How do you think you could? How did you was able to hold up that early Bailing Zergling Roach push?
I predicted he would Bailing Roach and Zergling rush me again.
Did you scan it? Or were you just guessing?
I did scan. I saw a roach wall, so I have to prepare for a roach push first. Then I was thinking about maybe he will go banning because he cancelled his entry. So I think my thing to build a bunker and hit order after my red. So it's, to me, I think that is the best way to defend Sunflash.
Alright, and what a matchup. We're going into the 8th match. All the best to you guys, and I will see you in game 3.
Thank you.